Yo, okay. It's a new day. It's Saturday, 15th of November, 2025. And in the last update, we kind of spoke about how we're entering Bitcoin around this region and we're managing Ethereum and pump positions as well. If I just get up the last video, if I just get up the last video quickly, I'm just gonna just see what I thought about the ETH position. 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Yeah, alright, ETH position, we were kind of halfway in profit. Alright, cool. Alright, these videos have been getting closer and closer to each other anyway. So, um, Bitcoin, I entered here because it was a good level anyway. 95k flat is what I entered. Um, and for two reasons. So, well, yeah, two reasons ish. So, firstly, it took this liquidity and into this very, very, very high volume area. So I just wanted to gain anyway. And if that means I have to add lower, that's fine. It's still a decent decent buying price in my opinion. If you look at the scanner, we are so far away from the from like the average price point. It will sooner or later just spike up, and it will probably overstretch it just because of the. If you imagine it like a spring, right? It springed off here and it's just jumped off, right? If you're gonna catch a ball that's going very fast, you're not gonna catch it with your hand straight down, right? Your hand's gonna catch it and move back a bit. Same kind of physics applies here. It will most likely just overshoot it, whether that is here or here. We'll have to see, but it kind of develops over time. If I was to say, I'll just say the bands kind of come down into here, kind of flatten out slightly, whilst price comes up into there, something like that, and then it just kind of finds a very long-term range. Um, if I can find um, an example would be here. It's very overstretched, and then it just kind of drives down through. Then a little bit more momentum comes through, and then you just kind of just see a range just form really. That's kind of an example, but yeah. With Bitcoin right now, what the plan is just hold this position yearly open. If you lose his yearly open and this liquidity sweep, say about will allow for 191k. It's a bit ugly, but we'll allow it. If it loses this general area and like we see there's no buying or any activity, then we will try to cut the position and then move from there. We will firmer 1 hour loss or whatever it may be, and then yeah, cut it. Otherwise, we'll look for bullish higher time frame PA, which would be something like, I don't know, come up into here, break structure, or formulate some sort of range we can work with, and then bid here, wherever it may be. Just some clean higher time frame bullish structure, and also here is like the very 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 high volume area I was speaking about. It's basically this H12 candle. H12 candle here is very very high volume. I've got all these fucking shit volume profiles here, but you only need one. Kind of just draw a range here, just to visualize it even more. So if we want to see bullish PA, you're going to want to see something like it holds here or double bottoms here with the mid range. Yeah, that's it really for Bitcoin. Ethereum, this has been quite jarring. It it's just front run my TP. Now, normally I wouldn't be stressing or anything, but I'm managing 4 positions right now, and this a lot for me. It's a lot more than usual. Normally I do tops 2 at most. I just thought everything looks very clean and everything, so let me just go in for 4. And I went into Bitcoin and Zcash, however you say this, Zcash, Zcash, I don't know. When these were literally just about to hit TP. So this one is literally Don't know. I don't even know if I can draw it on. Um, this is like point 0.3 off the target, and it feels like it's gonna do something like this and draw back in and whatnot, which I don't mind, but it's just long, you know, like uh, it's just my TP's right there. It's so annoying. Anyway, I took 50% off about 10 minutes ago, and if I do get something like this, hopefully it'll be a case of I can just add and then wait for something proper to build up. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if it just comes down to today. I'd prefer that, to be honest, just to get some trades off the books. Um, I'm gonna go to sleep now, so it could do something like this whilst I'm asleep, or it could just go straight to TP as well. So TP's in place. I haven't put any bids here. I'm just gonna wait. Um, Hopefully it's not annoying and it just does something like that. You know, we'll take that. That's it for ETH. Pump, same story. Although we're not as close. Pump I don't mind as much. The PA makes a bit more sense. Just coming to mid range, which is the mid range of this little range here, as well as the larger range, the larger macro range here. So it's a bit of a strong level. Weak supply, but still weak supply here. But still take it. A lot of supply there. Anyways, again, I'd rather just this just come down, but let's see. It's kind of forming a bullish channel here. Just could see it rip up. I don't want this flipping at all. It's just I'm just gonna give out all my profits away. Um, Hopefully again it's a case of I just add here and then come back into here. Same thing as Ethereum really. Zcash. Now this one is a little bit tricky. If I get rid of all the drawings, go to the daily. Essentially what I have, actually I'll just get a fresh chart. Essentially what I have here, if I just go to the daily and the weekly, doesn't really say much. Okay, daily. So we had liquidity sweep daily into demand, which you can't really see here, but it's just a H12 demand here. Very, very clean. And you know, typically when you get these fat ass moves with high volume, the PA is very clean. And all you got to do is just sweeps into demand or supply and Fibonacci retracements. That's all you really need. And I'm just going to go off the same logic. And again, if you kind of look at this as like a Wall Street cheat sheet, come up here, bounce, complacency, and then you just go down, bleed out. That's kind of what I'm going for. Normally, I would say, okay, deviation set here, we're coming for the high. But contextually, it's just doesn't feel like it will come for the high. It just feels like a bit much. Um, and this just looks like a perfect complacency bounce. And again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't mind losing it. Then I'll go full port into this deviation, and then it'll be a kind of a different top. You'll have like a double top rather than a complacency bounce. Either works for me. But right now, I'm just going to take a punt because it's a fat ass trade if it goes my way from here. Um, what else? Okay, yeah. So uh, daily liquidity into the demand, and then you have daily liquidity here into supply. So this general region for me has to hold. Um, this has to hold, and I'm targeting daily liquidity into daily demand here. But I'll be kind of generous with the take profit. I'll I'll aim for about there, here rather. So it is shaping up to be something like a 3R, I think it is. So my stop is around here, there, something. It's something like that. And another thing to just point out, Fibonacci here as well. So it's given a nice daily close within the Fibonacci, like very clean. That's why my conviction's just gone a bit higher with this trade. Very, very flush close. If I wake up tomorrow and it's just kind of reclaiming this level here, that's acting as another range here, then yeah, I'd cut the position, and it will just firm a little L. Until then, just kind of ride it out. Lastly, I'm just looking at Asta. Um, Daily wise is nothing too much. Sweep, 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 keep sweeping it. This PA was a bit scammy. Right now, I've defined a range, little deviation here. Maybe if we get another deviation here into H4 supply, demand, I'll be happy with that. But it needs to reject from here essentially. This H12 supply needs to reject from. If it doesn't, that's fine. It just carries on. It probably rip into here, and then if it looks good to short, then yeah. But this is a nice setup. If I get it, that's it. That's all I'm looking for really. Um, yeah, the shit fucking hell. Pump is pumping. Yeah, this feels like it's just gonna do something like that, and then come back into here. Jarring, but whatnot. This one I don't mind. It's the Ethereum just doesn't make sense at all. It stopped literally just before my TP. Very annoying. But yeah, we'll come back tomorrow and then just update the positions. Yeah, it's been a good week if I can manage these four positions nicely. ZEC, what are we doing here? Yeah, just it's just driving, 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 driving. Exhaustion, exhaustion, exhaustion. Um, yeah, so we'll just come back tomorrow. Now I think this is kind of deviate this now, so maybe if you just get like a little thing, hopefully supply is created here, and then we just continue flushing down with there's a couple TPs in mind. Fucking hell. Okay. Now realistically, this should just come down here. Eventually, it'll take a while, of course, but yeah, it should come down to here. All right, cool. We'll just leave it at that. Come back tomorrow, and then just update the position, see what we're working with. But we just what we're doing now is just sticking to rigid plans and managing them accordingly. But if I'm gonna summarize my entry criteria these days, it's kind of been like one, you got to, oh, come on, man. Roughly one is gonna be like weekly environment, daily story, i.e. liquidity plus supply demand. These in no particular order per se. Then we'll have general trend. You can kind of link all these up together. Then what else do you have? Volume profiles, uh, mean reversions, key levels, i.e. Monday range or weekly range, etc. What else? But not really much. I guess you can say delta now. POC. It's all kind of the same thing as uh, volumes. Yeah. and then yeah, and then you just kind of navigate it from there. Oh, then you say your ranges, your key ranges, and yeah, that's it. Once you kind of tick these off, tick these off, tick these off, tick these off, they kind of all come and then together and to give you a rough idea and a rough story. So yeah. Anyways, it's quite late. I'm gonna go to bed now. Hopefully these don't fuck with me tomorrow. Looks like pump's gonna be jarring. But yeah, it doesn't really make sense for it to just stop here. So if this doesn't hold, it's gonna come all the way up. So yeah, which I don't see right now. So let's get it. Let's get it.